In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the secrets to marketing your SaaS business so that way you can actually go and start getting your own customer base and growing a real business. I've already put out videos about how you can come up with SaaS ideas, how you can validate them, and even how to choose what no-code builder you should build your MVP on. Now we need to teach you how to actually get customers for your software company. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact strategies that I've actually used to grow my personal SaaS companies over the last 2 years, exactly how I was able to get customers predictably and earn predictable revenue. Again, no one else is really sharing game like this on YouTube in the SaaS space. So if you appreciate my content, I'm going to put the link to subscribe to my newsletter in the description so that way you can get more marketing insights from me around how to grow your software company. So make sure you like, subscribe, and let me break this down for you guys. If you want to truly grow and scale your SaaS companies, there's a few different marketing routes that you can take. I'll break them down. So number one is cold email. This is my favorite strategy for B2B software companies because it is so efficient, it is so affordable, and it is so scalable. So what you're gonna do is you have to first buy and warm up domains. So you're gonna go to Google Domains and you're gonna buy domains that are gonna be secondary domains. So my main website was tryclosify.com. And so I would buy domains like starttryclosify.com and they would forward to my main domain. And so once you buy these domains and set them up to forward to your main domain, then you have to warm them up inside of a software like instantly.ai. What warming up your domains does is basically the software will send emails back and forth to tell Google that you are not spamming people and that your emails need to land in the inbox. It takes about 2 weeks for your domains to get warmed up and for you to be ready to start sending emails. So in the meantime, what you need to do is you need to buy a lead list, or you need to buy emails of people that you're going to be reaching out to. So there's a couple different places that you can buy leads from. There's apollo.io, there's uplead.com, there's builtwith.com, and people always ask me like, Alex, which one is the best? And honestly, there's not really a right answer. You kind of just need to be a scientist and you need to test them for yourself. So go buy a couple different lead lists from a couple of those different sites and test them against each other, be a scientist. So once you have the lead list, then you're actually ready to start emailing, assuming they're warmed up. So I start by setting 5 emails per domain per day. So if I have 5 domains, then I will start off sending a total of 25 emails a day. And I will increase by 5 emails per domain every single week. So week 1, I'm sending 5 emails per domain per day. Week 2, I'll send 10 emails per domain per day, and so on and so forth. And so I have used the same subject line the whole time. I'll use the subject line, quick question. It works. Everyone uses it, but it's because it just works. And for the script, I keep it very, very simple. And I use fastoutreach.ai to mass personalize my cold email campaigns. So an example script would be something like, hey, name, and then it would be a personalized first line. It could be something like, I see you're based in Miami. I can't wait to watch the Heat this season, or whatever sports team is in season. And then I'll say something like quick question. And then I will say a conversation starting question. It could be like, are you actively hiring on your sales team? So something that's a conversational question that they can easily answer with a yes or no. And then based off their response, I can then, transition them into, moving them to a demo or, an actual sales call. And if you guys want, I actually use HubSpot's full marketing plan for all of my companies. So for example, something you're going to want to do is a full SWOT analysis of the industry that you're trying to get into, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You're going to want to define your target audience and as well as your 3 business objectives. Next, you want to identify your in-depth marketing plan, including the 6 P's of marketing, as well as allocating the marketing budget, and as well as for which specific channels you'll be marketing on. The link to download this free marketing template is in the description. I highly recommend you download it and check it out. Now back to the next strategy. So the second way that you can grow your SaaS company is paid ads. And this is something that I would recommend once you're over $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue. But once you crack these, they're extremely scalable. And so a really common theme of what people are doing now is they'll actually run the ads to some sort of information product. So it might be $50 to $100. And the reason that you're running the ads to the info product is so that way you can either break even or be barely profitable on the acquisition of the customer for the info product. And then in the info product, you upsell them to your software company. And then that monthly recurring revenue on your SaaS is all straight profit. And so you're actually profitable acquiring customers for your SaaS company. And so This is what you've seen Iman doing. This is what you've seen Jordan Welch doing, and all of these other big players that are getting into the SaaS game is they're running their ads to info and then upselling them to their software on the back end. So this is something that's a little bit higher level. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing this until you're at least over $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue. But once you do get there, this can very quickly take you from $10,000 to $30,000. The third channel that you can do is LinkedIn Outbound. And so I was really big on building a sales team on LinkedIn when I was running Closify. And so what I would do is I would hire a group of 5 to 10 sales reps at a time, and I would get all of them in account with Expandy.io, which is a LinkedIn automation software. And I would tell them, who we're targeting, and I would basically send them a sales navigator list to target and for them to upload into Expandy. And so then they would start their own Expandy campaigns, and they would be running both a connector and also a messenger campaign. So the connector campaign is going to be sending connection requests to the target list that I gave them. And then the messenger campaign is going to DM every single person that accepts their connection request. And so we were doing this with, 10 sales reps at a time. And so, I think they were all sending 30 connection requests per day times 10. So 300 connection requests a day. This scaled very, very quickly. And it was a very effective channel for us at Closify. It's very cost effective. Expandy is only $100 a month. And again, it's very predictable. Once you kind of find out like what type of connection request acceptance rate you get, and as well as, the response rate from DMs, it's a very predictable and stable way to scale your outbound strategies. And so the fourth channel that I really recommend is getting into content marketing. So kind of like what I do on this page, right? We've all seen, the power of short form content and long form content like this. So basically whatever it is that you're targeting, or whoever it is that you're targeting, create content for that ideal client profile. And so what I like to do is I like to put out valuable information where they need your software to implement the value that you're giving them. So a good example is I created a LinkedIn post generator using AI or OpenAI. And basically I would go into Facebook groups and I would make posts of like how to get clients on LinkedIn using AI. And in order to implement the information that I was teaching them, a step inside of my post would be signing up to the LinkedIn post generator that I created. And so that's a really effective way that you can get clients because they need to use your software to implement your information. And so you can do this, as well in your short form content. You can make a reel and say, here's how to do X, Y, and Z, break down the steps, and then plug your software in the middle of it. And, then say like, oh, the link's in my bio too, and send them to that. And so content marketing is a very powerful way to get customers to your software company. The other thing to keep in mind with content marketing is this compounds with your outbound efforts. So it's like, when you cold email someone or when you, cold DM them on LinkedIn, it's like a very common thing to do is to search up the person that just reached out to you. So if all of a sudden, you cold email them and you're also putting out a ton of content online, they're like, oh, who's this guy that's cold emailing me? They're going to look you up. And then if they go see, oh, this guy's got a lot of content out on the internet, and here's like all of his free value that he's put out. Here's like podcasts he's done. Here's some case studies that he's put on YouTube. They're like, oh, this is a guy that I want to respond to. This is a guy that I actually might want to consider doing business with. And so by putting out content, it compounds with the efforts of your outbound strategies as well, which makes it even more powerful. So guys, these 4 strategies to market software companies is what took Closify from 0 to being able to bootstrap it all the way to 6-figure months in 16 months. If you follow everything that I just outlined for you in this video, you will be able to bootstrap your software company to a 6 or even 7-figure run rate. And obviously it doesn't happen quickly, but those are the channels that I did to do that myself. If you want more in-depth breakdowns of strategies that I'm actively using in my own software companies, again, the link to join my newsletter is in the description where I send those updates. And as well, the link to download that completely free full marketing template is as well in the description. And I really recommend you download that because I use it for all of my companies. Other than that, I hope you got some value from this video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. And besides that, make sure you like this video, subscribe, follow my other socials, and I'll catch you in the next video. Yeah, I thought it was pretty fire.